How's it going, YouTube? Jason here with Vapes. Today I'm going to be going over the 3 tanks that I've had during my short time as a vapor. It should be fun. Okay. So these are the 3 tanks. Oh, first off, let me say I'm not repping my Tennessee today. I'm repping Massillon, Ohio Tigers. Go Tigers, TIG. All right. So these are 3 of the tanks that I've used since I started vaping, which was only like 4 months ago. And I was just going to go over the pros and cons of each of them. Well, not really each of them. I'm just going to compare them and tell you which ones I like the best. As far as being able, the coils lasting longest and easy to change out and no issues whatsoever, I have to go with the Uwell Valyrian. The first tank I had was the Prince, so I did have some issues with it, but some of those I can chalk up to just being new, not really knowing what I'm supposed to do. I was just trying to figure shit out on my own. And as far as like vapor production and flavor, I have to go with the Resa. I don't know what it is. It's just the hits are so smooth and so milky. I really like that. But as far as, I mean, you really can't beat this little. It's a. Let's see if you can see that. Let's go up to the big boy. See, it just, God, man, so easy. And you got 2 fill ports. It makes it super easy. It's not hard to take apart at all. We have had a coil burn out, but you know it lasted a long time, a lot longer than these guys. What I found on the Prince tanks, they use the same coils. And the T10s is definitely the best. So if you can just start out with the T10s, you probably won't have near as many issues as I've had. Not saying that I've seen some people complain about even the T10s burning out faster than they should. But the trick is just make sure you prime them, let them sit for about 10 to 15 minutes, and they've been lasting a long time for me. And one thing I did see on the Prince tanks, both of these guys, was you can actually go too low on your wattage. And what it does is if you're using any real sweet flavors, it'll build up on there and almost taste like it's burning. But it's just heating up that buildup. So it's not a burnt coil. It's not the cotton in there. It's actually the gunk from the juice. So you want to make sure you're in at least the range that it says on these. Lower end is probably the better. And this guy, though, you can go all the way up to whatever I think he says 115. No, 120. I haven't gone that high with him, but I'm sure you can. So let's see. The Resa tank, that's this guy here. He holds 7.5 mils, which is quite a lot for me. His hits are so nice. Let's see. This guy here, the Prince tank, he holds 8 mils, which is a little more than that. And I was looking at him, trying to compare him, and let's see. Can you see that? If I was to say which one I thought would hold more, I would think the Resa. But if you look closely, the Prince tank is actually taller. Which I don't know how they do that with the same coils. I guess the this head part just comes down a little bit longer, longer. And this guy only holds 5. So you're going to be changing it out more, but it's easier to do. So with this guy, let's see. He also has a button you push, and it opens up like that. The problem that I've had is this seal, this little gasket in here, likes to pop out and make life difficult. This guy just unscrews, which is, I mean, fairly easy, but it takes longer than the Uwell Valyrian. And he also has the double ports in there. I don't want to, I'm brimmed off, so I can't really show you, but and then once again, this guy just boop pops right open, clicks back in place. I'm not going to shit on any of these designs. I like them. My least favorite is probably the Prince, just because of that seal, the little gasket thing. I've had to replace like 3 already, which kind of sucks. And you can over tighten this guy, and it makes it almost impossible to get off unless you got a thing of channel locks or something. The Resa is probably my second favorite. And if it was just based on like flavor and smoke production, Resa would be my favorite by far. But this guy, the Valyrian, nothing bad to say. I haven't tried. He's got these little pins for airflow, and I haven't tried switching those out yet, but maybe my next tank I'll give it a go. I was watching one of the reviews, what's his name, Rip Trippers or whatever. I think he said he couldn't even notice a difference between the flat pin that I have and one of the Vortex pins or whatever. But it's something cool, something that I'm going to try out, just so I can say, you know, I didn't notice the difference either. But yeah, so if you're going to go Smok in the Prince, you know, I would do the Resa. It holds a little less, but it's just easier. You got less things that could go wrong with it. It starts out in the kit with a T10 red, and I'm still using that same one. It's crazy. So the T10s really do last longer. If you do go Prince, a Prince tank, not Prince Resa, but Prince, I would suggest immediately buying the T10s or the T12s, either one. But the Q4s, the X6s, I didn't like. They don't last for shit. Like, I'm talking like days, like a day, 2 days, and they're already tasting burnt and stuff. So if you do, like, say you get the tank, and you can't find T10s, what I would do is run it. It'll say on the coil head, like, the wattage, best wattage. I would go on the very low end of that if you're going to use any of the Q4s or X6s or anything like that. Because, like, I don't know, like, I've been looking at all these online reviews and stuff, and it's like 3 out of 5 are bad. So, yeah. I haven't had that issue with the T10s, personally. So, yeah. But yeah, as far as these 3 go, I'm going to put it in this order. We're going to go first Uwell Valyrian, second Prince Resa, third Prince. And I don't see that changing for me. I'm probably going to get some new tanks here in the future that I can compare to as far as these 3. But yeah, that's it for these guys. And like I said, I'm not shitting on any of these. They all work well. You just gotta. They all have little niches that you got to figure out. I would say on the Smok or Smok, however you want to pronounce it, tanks, just don't over tighten, because they do over tighten, and it makes it very difficult. I broke this mag because I over tightened this tank. I had to get it fixed. It was an easy fix, but anyway. All right, well, you take it easy. Go Tigers. If you like my review, hit the subscribe button down there. Hit the like button. I really appreciate it. I'll leave you on a Prince Resa hit.